Alexa, open Reddit jokes.
Here's your joke of the day from Reddit. I said to my dad, what rhymes with orange? He said, no, it doesn't.
I'm about to show you how to make this Alexa skill in less than 10 minutes. Let's go!
Let go of everything.
What's going on, guys? Mr. Jack Media here, and today I'm going to be showing you how easy it is to create an Amazon Alexa skill. Like you saw in the intro, we're going to create a Reddit joke telling skill in under 10 minutes. With that being said, I'm going to be moving pretty fast, but I'll try and explain things as best as possible. Now there's 4 quick things we have to do in order to get started here. 1 is to download Git for your operating system. 2 is to download Node.js. 3 is to create an Amazon developer account. And the last thing we have to do is create another account on Amazon Web Services. Links to all these will be down in the description below. Now once you've done all that, hop back over to the Amazon Developer Console and click on Alexa at the top. Click on Get Started under the Alexa Skills Kit and then click on Add a New Skill. So this first page is just the skill information, where we're going to choose the skill type, language, name, and invocation name of the skill. Invocation name is what users are going to say in order to begin your skill. Next, hop over to the interaction model. I'm going to use the Amazon beta version of this. You can see there's 3 intents on the left that are mandatory: the cancel, help, and stop. We're going to create a custom intent called tell joke intent. An intent is a function that runs when a user says or speaks one of these utterances to the device. So you can see I'm typing in tell me a joke, tell a joke, let's hear a joke, and I want a joke please. I just have 4 here, but they recommend probably 10 to 20, and you can have as many as you want. Now let's hop over to the Alexa GitHub repo, where we're just going to download a sample project that Amazon has provided for us. We're going to git clone it onto our machine, and if you don't know how to do that, just watch the commands that I'm entering into the terminal above. In GitHub terms, all cloning is just downloading the project to your local computer. Once we've done that, let's open the project up in a text editor of your choice. I'm going to be using WebStorm. Now once you've opened it, we're going to do a little bit of slicing and dicing and get rid of stuff that we don't need. All we need technically for this project is the source folder, which contains an index.js file and a package.json. The index.js is where we're going to do most of our coding, and the package.json is a Node.js file that will tell the project what dependencies we have and more information about the project itself. So now we're going to cd or change directory into the source folder and run a couple node commands to pull down our dependencies. The first one we're going to run is npm install request -- save. This is basically pulling down the dependency requests, which we're going to be using to ping Reddit for our joke. And then we're just going to want to do npm install by itself, which will download the rest of the stuff that's already been specified in our package.json. And as you can see here in our package.json, request has been saved with that -- save command. So now you can also see a big giant node modules folder, which is all the dependencies that Node pulled and is saved into your project now. Now let's hop back over to the index.js file in order to do the coding to give our skill functionality. As you can see, I'm getting rid of a bunch of unnecessary stuff that is not going to be pertinent into our skill. I'm going to take this getFactMessage variable and rename it getJoke, and then change the text in that variable to something more appropriate. After that, we're just going to declare at the top here a new variable called request and require, or basically import, that dependency request that we installed with the npm install. Now let's hop back over to the Amazon Developer Console and grab the name of that custom intent that we made, which is tell joke intent for our case, and replace that with the get new fact intent instances in our file. Now everything we put under this tell joke intent is going to be the code that's run when a user speaks one of those utterances that we declared here. Now we're going to be using the Reddit API, which is super simple and open to the public, in order to retrieve the joke that we want our skill to tell. As you can see, we're going to be wanting this title and also the self text within the response. Now I'll also throw this link in the description below so you can play around with it and try different subreddits and stuff. Now let's hop back to our code, and we're going to do a request function, and the first parameter of that is going to be the endpoint that we want to call. The second parameter is going to be a callback function, or basically code that's going to run after the request has come back. The function takes 3 parameters as well: an error, response, and body. Now we're going to take the body of the response and parse or split it up into a JSON object in order for us to just pull the title and the text of the joke. Now I'm creating a variable for the title and the text of the joke based on the field in the JSON response. Looking at the response from that Reddit link might help you visualize how I did this and how the object is laid out. Now let's head back to our code and start to piece together the speech that we want Alexa to say. Take this speech output variable in the emit statement and put it inside the request function. This will ensure that this code does not run until we have gotten a response back from the Reddit request. We're going to replace these variables with joke title and joke text because that's the order we want her to speak it in. We're also going to throw this get joke variable on the front, which was the intro that we wrote earlier that says, here's your joke of the day from Reddit. Now the last thing we're going to add to this speech output variable is some SSML, which is speech synthesis markup language. It's a mouthful, but all it does is allow us to change the way that Alexa speaks something. In our case, we're going to add a 1-second pause in between the get joke intro and the joke text and title. Now we're almost there, but one of the last steps we have to do is do some funky JavaScript and create a scope variable outside of the request function, and then replace scope with this in the this.emit statement. Now we're going to change tell with card just to tell. Tell with card is Alexa's way to show this text on the Alexa app as well as say it out loud, but just to keep it simple, we'll just leave it at tell. Now save all those files and find them in your Finder, and we're going to zip them up. It's important that you don't zip the whole source folder, just the index.js, node modules, and the package.json. This will create an archive.zip folder, and now we're going to hop back over to the AWS and find the lambda function. So we're going to click on create new lambda function, choose the Alexa Skill Kit SDK fact skill, and then the Alexa skills hit here and hit next. Now on this page, all we have to do is give our function a name, an appropriate description, and change code entry type to upload a zip file where we'll upload our archive zip that we just zipped. Change role to basic execution. If you might have to create that if you don't already have it, but it should be pretty easy. Hit next and then create function, and it'll take a second to create your function. And now your lambda function is completely done. So let's hop back over to the developer console and go to configuration. Now here's where we'll link up our newly created lambda with our skill in the console. Click on Lambda, North America, and go back to the AWS and grab this ARN or the ID for your lambda function and copy and paste it into the North America input box. Once you do that, you can hit save and next, and we'll move on to testing your skill. Now there's a couple different ways to test your skill, but we're going to use the service simulator. Let's enter a sample utterance that we had, hit ask Reddit jokes. As you can see, the lambda response has the speech that we want Alexa to say. You can even listen to it like this.
Here's your joke of the day from Reddit. I said to my dad, what rhymes with orange? He said, no, it doesn't.
What a fantastic joke. And with that being said, you've created your Amazon Alexa skill, and the last steps are just entering some information that they're going to use in order to test it, and the information they're going to use to publish it onto the Amazon Alexa skills store. Now it usually takes 24 to 48 hours for Amazon to review and test your skill in order for them to publish it to the store or send it back to you with some stuff that you may need to change in order for them to approve it. Now it may take a couple times of you changing some stuff in order for them to approve it, but they do a really good job at showing you exactly what you need to change and how to change it. Now as I finish filling in these last few bits of information, I just want to say congratulations guys, you successfully created your first Amazon Alexa skill. It wasn't that bad, was it? As you can see, all the checkboxes are checked green, and you should have a button to submit for certification. If any of you guys run into trouble during the development process, I'd be more than happy to help. Just shoot me a question down in the comment section below. Now go out into the world, come up with some crazy ideas, and turn them into an Alexa skill for everybody to use. If you found this video helpful in any way, don't hesitate to show me some love through liking, commenting, and subscribing. I almost forgot to mention it, but if you want a Reddit skill that's already completely good to go that pulls the top posts from a bunch of different subreddits each day, I made one called Daily Cup of Tea. The link will be down in the description below for you to go enable it. With that, I'm out. Peace.